This is the Chronos68, a high quality aluminium keyboard with good performance on it. But the difference is that this might not cost as most keyboards out there. But is it actually good? Let's have a look at what is in the box, and of course, let's see what the features are and my thoughts on this keyboard. Let's go. Now, opening up the box, there is some plastic to take off, but after that, there is a very premium feel to the box over here. Very nice, very shiny, and very tidy. We do have some extra details over here on the back of the packaging, which is really nice. You can see everything that's supposed to be coming within the box. Now, opening up the box, they really made sure that this keyboard makes it to you safe and sound. The packaging feels incredibly premium, and honestly guys, I cannot see how this can potentially break making it to you. The packaging is incredibly secure. It also feels really premium, so right as you open it, you can see this like blue thing over here, so you can actually lift up the keyboard, which I think is a very nice attention to detail. We also have some plastic cover over here to protect the keyboard, and the keyboard is still also packed into another kind of like bag, which is really insane. We also have very tidy packaging over here for the wrist rest over here, and yeah, the wrist rest does feel really nice. Personally, I don't really use wrist rest, but I can appreciate that they actually include this in the packaging. We also get an extra cable over here, so in case you guys do not have a high quality cable, this one actually feels incredibly nice. It's a nice braided cable over here, nicely cable managed over here, so not just loose in the box. We have some extra switches over here, and these honestly really sound nice. They look nice, so that is really nice, but more about that in a little bit. We also get some extra accessories over here, so one little brush to clean up your keyboard. Then we also have a keycap and key switch puller, which is nice to be included, but that is pretty standard for most premium keyboards nowadays to be included in the packaging. Now, opening up the keyboard over here, like this thing just looks and feels incredible. Has a nice weight to it, looks really good. But let's go ahead and dive into the specifications so I can give you guys a more detailed overview. Okay, let's have a look at the composition of this keyboard. So this is an aluminum case over here, which actually is very heavy and nice to the hand over here. And I really like heavy keyboards because I am the kind of person that unconsciously moves my keyboard while I'm gaming. And with this keyboard, that is just not possible. Or if you are doing it, you will consciously stop doing it because of the weight. So that is really nice. On top of that, we have this case over here. It's not just a straight up rectangular kind of like base. There is some relief over here, and on top of that, there is minimal branding on this case, which in my opinion, I'm a huge fan of, especially if you're trying to go for that sleek, clean looking setup. We have 3 LEDs over here to indicate which profile you're using on the keyboard, and then over here on the bottom right, you have the Syntech logo over here, which is very minimal. You have to turn around the keyboard to actually see it, so I really like that. Now, the composition of this keyboard, there is multiple layers to this keyboard. We have the keycaps, the pre-loop switches, we have the position plate, we have a pour-on layer, an IXPE layer, a PCB layer, another pour-on layer, and then all of that is put into the aluminium cover over here. So that is a lot of layers just to make it sound a lot better. These keycaps over here are double shot PBT keycaps. I don't have any issues with them. They are see-through, so you can actually see the lights come through the letters. These are pretty standard. I would probably replace this if these were my main board just to have something more fancy, but these are definitely a very nice base to start with. And these PBT caps are wear resistant and oil proof. That is at least what they claim, and to be honest, I haven't had that issue whatsoever. But then again, I don't really have that sweaty, oily kind of like gamer vibes, to be honest. I usually have mostly cold hands, so I don't really have that issue. Anyway, moving on to the switch over here. This is the Otomu magnetic sealed switch over here, so you can pretty much press this. You get 4 extra switches in the unboxing as well, just in case one of them breaks, in case you're trying to clean your keyboard or for whatever reason you need them. There is 4 spare switches, which I can definitely appreciate because I've needed that before in keyboards. So yeah, these sound really nice. They have a closed bottom over here as well, and on top of that, the wobble on the stem is really minimal. These do come in pre-looped, so that is also really good. So all of the things that they could have done to make this keyboard feel and sound nicer, they definitely did. They have extra layers, and then they also come in pre-looped, which is really nice. Now, this keyboard does come with everything that you are expecting from a Hall effect keyboard. We have SOCD, aka snap tap. We have a rapid trigger. We have customizable actuation points, which is really, really good. And we also have 8K polling rate. Now, all of this is customizable in the web-based software. And if I'm being honest with you guys, the web-based software is alright, although I would like to see maybe some UI improvements. But also, I did have an issue where I was trying to set up SOCD and it just gave me an error, even though it did get set up properly in the end. So I do think there is probably some bug fixing needed, maybe some UI improvements. But honestly, guys, I had a very, very easy time trying to find what I want. And of course, you can also customize the RGB that comes with this keyboard. So let me plug it in. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see it. I do have it set to white by default. So let's have a look. I don't think the camera is doing it any justice, although that does actually look pretty bright. It is really bright, so I don't think you'll be disappointed in the RGB from this keyboard. It looks really, really good. So yeah, that is the Chronos68. I have been playing with this keyboard for the past 2 weeks. I've been really enjoying it. I had no issues whatsoever. The performance is absolutely amazing. Did not notice any issues whatsoever. And according to some other reviewers and of course some testing from Syntech themselves, this is one of the faster Hall effect keyboards, which is actually really impressive considering how competitive the Hall effect keyboard market is right now. And yes, of course, you guys could argue, but Light, there is probably some cheaper Hall effect keyboards out there. Yes, but the big difference in Hall effect keyboards for me is literally the web-based software or the customization options that you have, and of course the case. The case is something that I really value because the case is something that really needs to hold up over time. Trust me, guys, I have tried some of these other cheaper copies of Hall effect keyboards, and they're really not always that good. The software is usually pretty doo-doo. I can honestly say that Syntech has made an affordable, high-quality Hall effect keyboard, and that only for $140 is pretty impressive considering that this is an aluminum case. And if you're a keyboard enthusiast, then you know that some of the competition out there, they price their keyboards way higher. Probably because of some design choices, probably because some of the other specifications that they're going for. But why pay that much if you can actually pick up this high quality Syntech keyboard with an aluminum case, minimal branding, and it just looks very sleek and clean. So yeah, guys, that is the review of the Chronos68. I really enjoyed playing with this keyboard. I hope you guys actually enjoyed this review. If you guys have any questions whatsoever about this keyboard, please leave them in the comments down below and I will try my best to reply to you in time. If you guys are looking for the perfect Hall effect keyboard, then good luck because there is a lot of choice and a lot of competition out there. But I think the Chronos68 is a solid keyboard, has high quality, has an aluminum case without being super expensive. So yeah, definitely a recommendation for me. I actually think that this is a very good product. Yeah, even if I would have bought this myself, I don't think I would have been disappointed. Anyway, that's enough yapping. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one.